Also, your alligator wrestler, snake charmer, lion tamer, fashion consultant, probably swimming instructor for the next 2 weeks. Now we're going to start right here in the Amazon River here in South America, home to the giant monarch butterfly. Very impressive wingspan. It grows anywhere from about 1 foot all the way up to a whopping 12 inches. It's going to be a long 2 weeks. Okay, so around the corner we are approaching its spur. Now we call it that because the long there, and then the Lord inspires you to go, everybody give me an everybody buys $20 up to the front of the boat. That's okay, we're going to keep going. We're actually going to change one river dance continent. We are now on the Congo River. That is deep in Central Africa. For no particular reason. I just want to see how far we can go. She's like, yeah, whatever, dude. Around the corner here. That must have scared him off with my money's on that giant python over there. The python can grow up to 24 feet. I just found that out. That is kind of cool though. I mean, up to 2 feet. Thank you for laughing at that one. That's the dumbest joke I know. We're going to move into our campsite here. You gotta be kidding me. I am so sorry about this. I didn't even know my in-laws were in town. Yeah, you think that's bad? Look what they did to my Jeep. I cannot believe that. They painted it shield. Now we just turned down the Nile River. And we had to. It was so loud. Okay, that's the dumbest joke I know. Yeah. Around the corner here we have a couple of African bull elephants. Now they are always out here, so we've kind of adopted them. In fact, we even taught them tricks. Would you like to see one do a trick? Okay. Alright, George. Stay. They love that one. They'll do that all day. They're so good at it, it's like they're bolted to the ground. It's so weird. Around the corner we have lots of animals gathering. Now let's see here. We have zebras, impalas, giraffes, those bearded cow things. I can never remember what they're called. In my defense, though, they are new. There wasn't no copy out here earlier. I guess he must be out looking for the original. We also have that pride of lions there, babysitting the sleeping. Yeah, kids, that's how we'll leave asleep, flat on their side, tongue hanging out, surrounded by lions. Around the corner here, you'll see absolutely nothing. You're certainly not going to see a pack of hyenas chasing one of our supers up a tree. Look, if nobody sees it, then nobody has to do the paperwork, alright? Well, okay, let's be fair. This could have been a lot worse. They could have been a zebra. Around the corner, we got a couple crocodiles here. Now, the big one is old Smiley. He's over 100 years old. Very lazy, though. Just sits there all day looking for a handout. Now, there's that smaller one. That's Ginger. You gotta watch out for her. Ginger Snap. She's a tough cookie. Alright, behind me is Schweitzer Falls. That, of course, is named after the late famous explorer, Dr. Albert Falls. Actually, there is a really funny story about Schweitzer Falls, but we'll go over that later. Now, I know you only have one question on your mind. How did this guy land the job here, right? Fair question. I took a crash course. Why is that funny? Because it's really hard to get my career to take off after that. I've been winging it for years. We are moving into a pool of hippos, which is very dangerous. They can be very territorial. Now, everyone says that when they're blowing bubbles and wiggling their ears, they're getting ready to attack. That is not true. The water is very cold. That's actually how they regulate their body temperature so they don't get hypothermia. Of course, people also claim my job is so easy that a monkey could do it. And they're wrong. Those are chimps. Yeah, if they're going to make fun of me, they need to learn to do it correctly. Look at the one with the microphone. Let's listen to his jokes. I'm so sorry. I have no idea where you picked up that kind of language. Alright, now over here we have some butterflies. Okay, look at the one with the hair and the teeth. It's a weird looking butterfly. You know, I feel like butterflies today are just not what they used to be, right? Caterpillar. You are so over this monkey business, aren't you? Here's what came on the Jungle Cruise to see. I give you the backside. Oh, water, look at that. That's right, that is something you can only see right here on the Jungle Cruise. And if you try to see that at home, you're going to hit your head on the back of your sink. I'll give you 3 guesses how I figured that one out. Now this is our last over the Mekong River. Alright, who wants to go through the dark and questionable looking tunnel? About 7 of you, okay. Come on folks, it's not like you're strapped to a dentist chair. Okay, so about that. It's a root canal. This is my life, folks. Whoa, 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 look at the head. That is a Himalayan tiger. Wait, no, I am so sorry. That's a Himalayan tiger. Try to get us wet. Here we go. Stop it. That's not nice. He's very playful. You just gotta know how to talk to him. You know the thing about these elephants though, when they do come out here, they go, whoa, 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 no. No. Drop it. Don't encourage them. You know, everyone thinks it's water coming out of their trunks. It's not. Now, no trip to the jungle would be complete without a visit to the gift shop. Don't look at me like that. That's how we end everything around here. Now, Trader Sam is not here at the moment, and honestly, you do not even want to know where he finds all of this. Although you would also not believe the type of things that people leave in unattended strollers and unattended walkways. Keep that in mind. Well, folks, out of all of my crews today, you have definitely been the most recent. Unfortunately, we are also approaching the most dangerous part of this journey. That would be my attempt to dock this boat. Let's see what happens. Now, as we approach those docks, please keep all hands, arms, elbows all the way inside the boat. We don't want you to experience any unnecessary peer pressure. It's never a good thing. Those sitting over here on the water side of the boat, that's this far side right here, please exit out that back door. Do not cross over these center boxes. You're liable to trip and fall. And I would really hate to see you have 2 bad trips in the same boat. I'm only responsible for the first one. Lower your heads and watch your step. Should you miss your step or hit your head, lower your voice and watch your language. Yeah, there's kids everywhere. Kids are always wearing those big ears too, aren't they? Whatever. Alright, did we all have fun?
Yeah.
That was good, me too. In fact, I had so much fun, I think I'm going to do it again. About every 10 minutes for the rest of my life. Kids, stay in school. Alright, folks, I enjoyed having you all.
See you guys.
You all enjoy being
We're
here.
gonna move on. See you in a bit. Bye.
You know what I mean.